Hello, welcome to 2026 Season 3, Week 3 on iRacing. Unfortunately, this is actually the footage from the first race that we had, but it ended up bad because we had a disconnect mid-race. Was a decent race though, but I got disqualified and I finished P14. I lost 63 iRating. So, well, I tried to prepare for it. I went in some training and we're gonna get some help from our partner, Mental Apex. Hi.
6 laps at Oulton Park in the Euronascar. Your times held reasonably steady through the middle before lap 5 pulled away from the pack. That pace degradation trend across the stint is worth a look, especially if you're building toward a race here. Want to dig into the fuel and tire numbers to see what a strategy might look like, or pull the trace on your best lap and find where the most time is sitting?
I just had a race where I finished quite low. What are the points I can improve? And I will need some mental help on getting me back into the right mindset for the race.
Finishing low stings, especially when you've been putting in the prep work.
Yep.
Before we dig into the data, what happened out there? Did the race go sideways early, or did it unravel over time?
I got disconnected, but I think I can have a little bit more pace.
That's a rough one. Getting disconnected is completely out of your hands, and it's genuinely frustrating when you lose a result to something you couldn't control. Don't let that one stick to you. On the pace side, that's actually the healthy thing to focus on because it's something you can control. From this practice session, your best lap was 1 minute and 28.423 seconds, and your times were reasonably consistent through laps 2 to 4 before lap 5 jumped up. The pace is there in short bursts. The question is whether you can hold it across a full stint under race pressure. Here's what the data shows between your best lap and lap 4. The big one, Sector 2, you're losing 1.1s on lap 4. This is the section with the tight hairpin. On your best lap, your average speed through this sector is 70.6 miles per hour versus 66.8 miles per hour on lap 4, and your min speed through the 40 to 50% stretch drops from 76 miles per hour to 62 miles per hour. That's a huge exit speed difference. You're carrying nearly 14 miles per hour, less out of that section on lap 4. The brake trace shows you're hitting 67% peak on your best lap versus only 53% on lap 4 in that following stretch, which suggests you might be arriving slower and then also not committing to the throttle as early on the way out. What to try? The hairpin area is where your race pace lives or dies. Focus on getting the car rotated and then committing to throttle earlier on exit, even a couple mph of exit speed compounds down the straight that follows. The braking into the hairpin itself looks similar between laps, so the issue isn't the entry, it's the exit commitment. The good news, sectors 0, 3, and 4 you are actually faster on lap 4 than your best lap, which tells me the rest of the track is solid and repeatable. You don't need to find time everywhere, just nail that one section consistently. On the mindset front, a disconnect isn't a reflection of your pace or your preparation. You showed up, you did the work, and you had the speed. The next race is a clean slate. Focus your remaining practice on that hairpin exit. Give yourself one concrete thing to execute and let the result take care of itself.
Thank you, I'll keep that in mind. Signing up to the next race then.
Go get it. You've got a clear target, hairpin exit, early throttle commit. Everything else on the lap is already there. Good luck.
Thank you, Mental Apex. Now, getting to the race, we have quite low SOF of 1300, but we qualified second, so like the advices kind of worked. I had one of my best laps in 127.9, so I dropped even lower than the 128s. We are next to car number 2 that actually qualified first, but I sent them a message like people were saying like nice lap to them, but I was like, you're not gonna have it easy on me. And off we go, trying to be side by side, but no, he had a better run on me. I tried to cover in the instant, maybe pushing into a mistake, but it doesn't happen. As for like the race, it's just like a race of our own. We already just started to go away from the pack. I had a nice run here, but stepping into the grass, if I kept that over the grass, I might have been able to push for a move there, but nothing I can do. It's just like settling in. It's kind of like a revenge race, trying to get my points back from the the disconnect. It was a great race. I was like really close to like the top, but I got disconnected. My internet just gave out for some reason. But it is what it is. I put my head down. I went to practice a little. That's what I use for Mental Apex. But yeah, we get up to lap 7. We have already some traffic with a nice livery Skyline. The car number 2 making a mistake, going a little bit slow in turn 1, and we try to make a run on them. We try to wiggle around, be in the mirrors, and distract them for the next corner. Nice and easy. We try to make a lower, slower in, a fast out movement, so we got a better run on them. They're trying to pass the lap guy, and I see a little gap. I go and pass the lap car, and we try to fight for the car with the number 2. But he manages well. He manages to keep us back. Nothing more that we can have done there. Just sitting there behind and be in their mind, in their mirrors, pushing them into a mistake as they really go hard on the throttle and spin the cars around. We get to the next lap actually, where I finally start to make a move. I saw his weaknesses, and this is where I improve from with Mental Apex. He told me to focus on the hairpin, and I did. Looked, and it worked. Look what an exit I got from the exit. Now we got the first position. We're just trying to hold him back. So that's all we need to do. But not long after, he really puts down the pressure on lap 12. Really being on my bumper. He's a fast guy. Nothing to give out about it. He was a very fast guy, but we're gonna talk about it later. But really good racing. I saw that he was getting really fast and was trying to push every single way. And knowing how my race went last time, I just did not want to get crashed out the race, so just let him be. I just went out a little and let him go. I even left off the throttle. We tried to maybe finish up on the last lap, maybe. Just be in their mind. Maybe push them in a big mistake. Burning some rubber next to the next. I think this was a penultimate lap, if I'm not mistaken. Nice and easy, staying behind them. They're gonna make a mistake soon. And they do! They spin around! And we get back to first position, just like that. If we can get a replay of that. He was really hammering down the throttle every time he came to this corner. Every single lap he was sliding around. You see like contesting there. He lost some position, that didn't finish that bad, but I wished we had a better fight than that. That's our first Euronascar win for the season, and we gain 72 iRating from that. We're almost back to 2K. But let's speak from the week before. Indy lights at Silverstone. This happened. My DNF from last week. I lost 46 iRating, but I didn't give up. I went back to training, and the next day I signed up for another race while I released the video. So we're back with Formula at Silverstone. The SLF this time was 1800. I qualified P5 with a 148. Wasn't the best lap, but I just kept on it. I'm not gonna stay long on this because nothing really much happened other than that spectacular spin from the car number 9 at the start when you get up to P4. Not long after, we see another spin and we get up to P3. Just like that. And we finished there. That's why I say nothing mad happened. We gained 36 iRating back, not fully the iRating that I lost, but we are back to 2.1k. So we get to the present day Indy Lights at the Mid-Ohio. Qualified P5 on this. I was struggling with this race. I qualified P5. This was my best lap even from practices, so I was really proud of that. Let's get to the race start. Off we go. We are really in a position just by having a better launch. We try to fight the car number 5, but we don't have a run on them. We try to do the cutback, but we're just side by side. I don't think it's gonna stick on the outside on this corner because it has so much grip on the inside. With the new tarmac that it's on the track, and no, I cannot make a move stick, so I just like sit behind him. That's all I can do. Before right off the bat, but as we can see on the next corners, everyone was struggling with this racetrack. It's so slippery in some parts, especially the next corner. Look, everyone. First guy sliding, car number 2 sliding, us on the steering into oblivion, having slides, and car number 5 just losing it. And we get to P3. We get to lap number 3 where we have some company here. We feel the pressure from the car behind. Every lap he was inching closer and closer to us. He lost some ground from the car spinning before, but I think he has started using the push to pass. He had an amazing run on us. Nothing much I can have done there. He was really fast, but both of them were really much faster than me. And I feel already the pressure from the other car behind. I just try to stick to the blue car I have, but I lose already so much time just like trying to stay with them in a half spin, and we feel the pressure from the McLaren looking Indy Lights from behind, inching closer and closer. Look at how much time he gains on that corner. He's trying to find a way to put his nose in, and there it goes. I just kind of let it go off. I did not really fight it that much. It really showed how much pace they had instead of me. So we're back to P5. And that's basically it. Then we get to lap 7 where you see car number 2 again just losing it and just pushing us, closing the door for some reason. And I try to be careful because like I want that position, I really need it, but I don't want to risk my license. I'm barely up to 2.0 safety rating again, and he loses the car again. He goes wide. We try to cut across because we see like him crossing. We're very careful on trying to get too close to him. He's all over the place. Look at the left side. This is the last lap on the race, and we try to make a move on the inside. We have much more grip. We try to push them out, barely leaving any room for them. Kind of paying off the closing the door after they spun situation. But that was that. We finished before and we gained 17 I rating. So that kind of runs out what we lost with the Silverstone race. Now getting to a dirt road with the IRX at Charlotte. This is the new remodeled Charlotte actually. This has been really another dominant race. I think this is the most dominant series that I have. SLF is 1600. We qualified P1 with a 45.11166. We had one guy in this race that could have put a challenge on me, but they decided not to qualify for some reason. We had a practice. We had a lot of fun. He was a Spaniard guy, but unfortunately that's all the action that we kind of get because nothing really happened. So I'm taking the time for saying out what I'm doing this series because it was so action-packed at the start that I could not put it in the words. So as per usual, every week I'm running every single series on iRacing. That means sports car, formula, oval, dirt oval, and dirt road. this time explaining what happened in the races and just like getting you guys along the journey of like completing an entire season on iRacing with every single discipline. But yeah, we finished first. Nothing really much to worry about. We gained quite a few iRating. We're almost up to 2.2k. So let's get to oval racing at Lanier. Here we have some action again. We qualified P10, nothing too crazy. I wasn't really competitive in this race, but it was quite action-packed. Just that my race kind of got cut out short, sort of say. But let's see that in action. Okay, the pass car going in. We're trying to get off the line. We get some distance because we get plenty of crashes here. Nice, we get a really position just starting a little bit earlier. Car number 14 pushing the car number 10 wide. One car is hitting the wall. There's one car that's blinking. Careful with that. We see the car number 10 going wide and we try to move on the inside to cover the car one behind us. Car number 10 going wide, losing so much momentum. And we see many cars hitting the wall. And we see car number 8 spinning around and we managed to avoid that. In all that chaos, we're up to P6. Fighting with the car number 7 behind. We're trying to stick with the lower end of the racetrack with everyone, but we get pushed away from the car number 5. Sorry, it looked like the car number 12 or 13 that we had before, but the car number 5 really pushing us to the limits of what racetrack we can have, and the car number 7 gets spun around. And we still have car number 5 pushing us to the very limits of what car position we can have. We up to P4 now. Still car number 5 on our bumper. Getting closer and closer. Really good racing here. He has a good run on the inside, but we lose the position to them. The bump there. And car 14 is taking advantage of that, trying to push his way through as well. And we try to make a cutback on the car number 14, and it kind of works. We get off the line. We are literally side by side. We'll get a little bump, but look at that. Not even a paper clip between us, the two cars. Look at that. Every corner just very close to each other. They spin the tires around a little bit, but then we get hit and spun around. I still don't think it was my fault, but I think it's just a racing incident. That's why I started and did not think too much. We can have a replay of that. Look how close we are racing, me and car number 14. That was really good racing up to this point. It could be a little bit my fault as well, but it is what it is. It's shame, nothing else. I just continued the race. I kept getting positioned by car that people like crashing. Again, I lost 5 iRating, but yeah, we get to from slight chaos to complete chaos. We get to the world of Outlaws with the dirt late models. I qualified P5 here. Nothing too crazy. This track is insane to race with these high power vehicles. And right off the bat, we have one guy disconnecting from the start and comes back around. And he gets just shoved off. He should, because like, nobody knew he was back. But we get already to position. We're up to P3 with that. As people just started to blink and just hit each other. We're just trying to follow with the podium pack. Let's just sort of say that. Make our moves around, just like trying to be in the mix, you know, like take advantage of the mistakes as we kind of started to get away from the pack. As 3, we were running really close to each other up to one point that we got a caution. So we all get bunched up together and we start again. Car number 1 spinning away and crashing into car number 3, pushing it wide. Car number 3 really angered about that and pushes car number 1 around and we crash. And we have a big one. Everyone's involved. We have tires flying around and crashes happening still. people scrambling around. But gladly, when an incident like that happens, our positions are reset like from the last lap. So we keep our position in P3. But look at the chaos. Let's have a chopper view. You see car number 3 going wide, and he's trying to push the power down, trying to make a move with the car number 1. The car number 1 gets spun around by car number 3, and everyone just crashes. Every single car got involved into that. Car number 5 losing the wheel. Car number 8 trying to rejoin the track and crashing into them. Car number 3 getting spun around again, and we get the caution out. But yeah, we get up to lap 20. There we see car number 1 just lost it, and I think they broke the suspension because they went straight into the pit lane and disconnected. And that was the last caution. We finished P2 and we gained 48 iRating. Was a pretty it reminded me of how did I say it, British stock car racing, like the bang doors thingy. But yeah, this video got a little bit shorter, but the action was actually packed. I had a lot of fun with Mental Epics. I need to find a better way to implement it for sure, but what else can I say? I'm gonna try maybe to do a different kind of videos. I would like to try some different cars and make some videos about them. Definitely, I want to drive some GT3s and showcase our new liveries for the team. And I would like to know some suggestions for the how I'm representing the sponsor, like Edge Overlays right now. And Mental Apex that I tried to do a little video. I'm definitely not gonna put it back on the starting of the video, but other than that, yeah, I'm quite happy that I still kind of gained on every discipline so far and did not lose much. Well, hopefully next race we get back to Tokyo sports car racing, or maybe even the next little video with the GT3 cars. But other than that, I hope you have a nice day and we see each other in the next video. See ya!